This is a compound crossbow, which I recently made for the Art of Weapons' weapon contest. It's a compound crossbow that uses a reverse draw mechanism and fiberglass limbs. I started off making it with some zebra wood, I think, and used a spacer made of walnut board. I then installed a simple rolling nut trigger mechanism, which I've used before and works really well. I then glued all the pieces together with wood glue because it's much cheaper to buy than epoxy. Once the glue set, I used my power sander to start to bring it into the shape. You can use wraps and files for this step. After I got it decently to shape, I wrapped it in some self-adhesive tape to give it a good grip. I installed the trigger mechanism and then tested it out with a rubber band just to check that the mechanism was working fine. It worked well, so I added on and started putting on the riser for the limbs. Then I attempted to use CPVC as the limbs, which totally failed. There was no power and the limbs warped. I was forced to take them off, and then I ended up using some highway markers that are made of fiberglass with some pulleys on the end. I made the pulleys using some Lego wheels, some washers, and bent L brackets. It actually ended up working really nicely. The power stroke on the crossbow is about 13 inches, and I'd guess it's around 50 pounds of draw weight, as it's pretty heavy to draw. After you draw it, you just knock in an arrow and slide the fletchings under the strings. From there, you fire. It actually shoots really nicely with very little vibration. It shoots really quick. But from there I had a lot of problems. The limbs began to stress fracture and there would be a lot of splintering in the fiberglass. So I needed a shorter limb stroke. So what I did was I sort of invented a new system called a double cam. What that allows you to have is much more mechanical advantage. So that way the limb stroke's much shorter, but the power stroke is still the same. It wasn't very powerful because of all this mechanical advantage. So I ended up adding on 2 more highway markers to each side to give it a bit more power. I got it so it was shooting some new bolts that I ordered off Amazon, and it ended up working really nicely. I shot it into various targets and it was working really well. It was very accurate and I could hit stuff from really far away. I intend to install some sort of sight on it, just so I can get a little bit more accurate shooting. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys liked it, throw up a like. If you got any questions, post a comment, and as always, subscribe. Thank you.